Hey folks, Bret here for Unity 2020. Having advanced our Unity ticket, it is time for us to talk about ballot access. Our detractors have claimed that Unity 2020 has no path to get on the November ballot. Some simply lack imagination, unable to see beyond the deadlines and requirements for third parties to collect large numbers of signatures. Others were surely motivated by fear that a Unity ticket could gain standing, and having done so would pose a real threat to the major parties. Either way, what our detractors have said is wrong. There are several paths for our ticket to be on the ballot in all 50 states, if we are willing to see beyond the paradigms of the past and embrace a new and hopeful future together. Arbitrary deadlines, signature requirements, and other rules have been established and maintained by the two major parties to keep third parties from challenging them. And that obstacle has successfully insulated the major parties from competition throughout modern history. In fact, only two parties, the Greens and Libertarians, have gained national access to the polls, and neither has been able to garner the 15% support necessary to join presidential debates or the 5% of the popular vote needed to gain public funds. But Unity 2020 is not a party, it's a movement, and that leaves us free to partner with the existing third parties if they are willing to team up. And there are numerous reasons they should want to. First and foremost, there is the obvious fact that the major parties and the special interests that they represent have driven the nation into a breathtaking crisis. And even faced with an existential threat to the republic, neither major party shows the slightest inclination toward leadership. Instead, they have delivered us two polarizing candidates, either one of which would be the oldest person ever sworn in as president. Neither the Greens nor the Libertarians are in a position to defeat the major parties in the current election cycle, because their candidates are little known, their platforms only motivate a subset of the electorate, and Americans have gotten used to the idea that these parties are footnotes to history. But that could all change if one or both, motivated by a patriotic desire to save the republic, were to team up with Unity 2020. The ticket we intend to draft and our plan for confronting the duopoly's corruption are not polarizing, they are galvanizing. And the Greens or Libertarians stand to become national heroes for rising above politics and bringing the nation together in its darkest hour. Because Unity 2020 seeks to break the stranglehold of the duopoly, a successful Unity partnership would not only provide a seat at the table, but it would render the future much brighter for third parties. With ranked choice voting and other electoral reforms, our democratic republic would once again function as the founders had hoped, the consent of the governed providing the legitimate source of governmental power. Our meaningful consent must be restored if America is to survive. We're all depending on it. All of those whose top priority is the reestablishment of a vigorous democratic republic have reason to join forces under a unity banner. For all who see a successful challenge to the duopoly as impossible, we would point you to a short video released last week by Reason magazine, which reminds us that the Republican Party was born in the collapse of the Whig Party under circumstances that bear substantial resemblance to the present. We are well aware that the Greens and Libertarians have already nominated their presidential candidates, and that joining forces with us and allowing a unity ticket to run using their hard-won ballot access involves a very real sacrifice. But sacrifice for one's country is the core of patriotism, and we believe that once the parties and their candidates have reviewed the landscape, the choice will become clear. The country is in jeopardy. The major parties have blocked all the normal escape routes, and no third party is in a position to rescue the republic on its own. But because the major party strategy is rooted in the division of Americans, they failed to anticipate unity. So let us join forces to recapture the White House on behalf of the American people and put our republic back on the path to greatness for all. We are the ones we've been waiting for.